Here. I've been working on the My SCSC app, so just thought I'd give you a demonstration of where we got to with this kind of prototype that uses test data. There's no actual integration with the website at the moment, but give you an idea of where I've got to with it. So when you start it up, you go to the basically the home page. So this is there's actually two scrolling lists here with the kind of the latest news, and upcoming events is at the bottom here. So you'll see at the top there's a little icon that's crossed through, so that's, as you imagine, that means we're not logged in yet. So if we go to the menu, you'll see that there's a sort of fairly limited number of options at the moment. And when you're logged in and it verifies that you remember, then you'll see a lot more options here. But things like safety in the news, you can actually see as sort of a member that's not, well, someone who's not logged in. So we'll just have a quick look at that. So say there was a little delay there, and what I've done is kind of realised that some of this data will come from the internet, come from the website in real time, and so that might take a little while to retrieve. So I've simulated a delay, in which case you get these little progress bars. So here we've got safety in the news, so just sort of fairly standard things as you would expect. So when you click on one of these, you can see the story in a bit more detail, and then you can actually click on the news item, and that will take you to that particular website. So that's safety in use, and this is geared towards a portrait view, but in some cases I have reorganized the layout, so in landscape like this, it's it's makes better use of the actual screen. Okay, so that is example of safety in use. We've got notifications as well, so these will just appear on the screen here. So these are just sort of little bits of information that we want to make aware or make members aware of, and you can actually click on these and they'll disappear, which kind of indicates that you've actually read that particular notification, so they don't appear every time you log in. All this is backed up with a database that's local to the phone, so it the database will retain information like this, which notifications will be seen, but largely the database is there to cache a lot of the information that's coming from the web. So once we've downloaded a bit of information, we don't need to go and get that again. So for example, if we can look at the steering group, so it's just, again, there's a simulation of the delay getting that data, and we can scroll up and down. But next time we do this, all that information's just been cached, so we won't see the progress bar again, because it'll realise that it's going to get that information locally. So I'll just go through some of these other options. Joining information is just really fairly static information that's just held locally. It's not downloaded. I didn't think that would change very often. And there's a privacy section, which is quite long. I took this from a website where you can construct these, and really needs to cater for the fact this has kind of got quite potential global audience, people who might actually download it and so on. So that's hopefully that should be okay. And settings, this allows you to put in the bits of information that you can do in the website. So usual name, email address, and so on. Contact details and preferences. So things, you can click on these if you want to change those. And intention would be that any changes like this would be synchronized with the website details. So you can change things like the age group, which isn't correct for me, and things like that. So that's probably more accurate for me. And then sectors you work in, you can, this is of a multiple select option here. Types of role, again, you can change that. So settings on the menu here, and also by pressing the cog at the top, you get the same screen. Okay, so we looked at notification, safety news, steering group. So we've looked at all of them. So you would then log in to see a bit more information. So just a rudimentary login screen. You can click remember me, so you won't have to log in every time once you've done this. And you can sign in, or indeed you can register. That would give you an opportunity to, if you're a brand new user, then you could create your profile, and maybe we could actually just see that in action. So I suppose this is a new user. I do register, unspecified error. So that's I think what I did was I coded in some specific errors to do with, depending on which username that you actually select here. So we can try that again another time. But generally the login, once you're registered, you would go here, sign in, then we get a green profile picture, and now if we go to the menu we see there's a lot more information. So there's additional things that have appeared. So videos, e-journal, are the basic things. So the e-journal is a bit like the newsletters. So we've only got 2 so far, but you can click on that, and basically the editorial I've basically brought through into the text here. But again, the idea is this will be downloaded and cached locally, and then if you want to see the full e-journal, you click on the link at the bottom there. So the videos is really the most complex aspect of the app. So when you click videos, what you should see, there's quite a lot to download initially, but what we've got is there's basically one list, scrolling list, which is the events that we've held. So the seminars, for example, and this goes back to the 30th SSS event that we had in February this year. So once you get an event that you're interested in, you then have another sort of horizontal scrolling to see the various presentations that were given at that particular event. So I think I put about 20 of them in here. I think there was more, but just gives you an idea. There's quite a lot to go here. When you find a presentation that you're kind of interested in, then you can click on the video, and that should take you to the YouTube location for that particular event. You can sit and watch that. Also, the idea is with the icon on the right, you can download the slides, but that doesn't work at the moment in all cases, because we need to sort of integrate that with the security on the website. But that's basically how the videos work. So I think that's pretty much everything. Do need to add the working groups as another option. I think the main step now is to integrate this with the website, so this data is doesn't come from a test, some test data, but actually comes down in real time. So would love to hear your comments on the app as we've done it so far. I will try and make this an APK file that you can actually install yourself on your own phone, see and have a play with it yourself. But again, all feedback would be welcome. Okay, thanks.